Hi and welcome to another episode of the Olah Show, and our guest for today is one half of Nigeria's gospel hip-hop legendary rap group Rooftop MCs, who have been in the forefront of revolutionary gospel music for 20 years. He's currently based in the United Kingdom and he's working on several solo projects with the album The Value of Nothing. And my guest for today is Snatcha from the Rooftop MCs.
I give all my life to you. Everything.
So the moment tragedy came, she knew the heart of her father. So she knew that even though this tragedy hurts me to the bone, I know the heart of my father. He will not will evil for me. There must be a reason. He doesn't even owe me an explanation for this reason, because I understand that this is a gift that he gave me. So for him to take it, there is a reason.
Hi Snatcha! How are you able to deal with your new reality, especially with the kids?
One of the things I had to do was for this to ensure that I had to ensure that their routine doesn't change, because we, as a family, we formed a particular type of routine where, for instance, it's they have on Tuesdays they have brownies, on Wednesday another one rainbows, which is like scouts, and on Friday we have Fun Day Friday, where it does great in the week in school. We take them to a theme park not so far from the house, and we take them to the beach if it's summer, and we come home for movie nights. So a lot of activities we do as a family, I kept going. So for me, it was more of go, 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 go.
Is it safe to say that you buried yourself in work?
To answer that, initially, you know what I did was, initially, I did myself with work. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to think. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to just keep going. Then, then I had a lot of people at home coming to help. But the moment everyone went to, it was just me. I had to really think about it, and I realized that I missed her so much. I was at the huge void because I depended on her a lot, because I played to her strength. Was smarter than I was, so in the areas where she was smart, we used her strength. In the area where I was, we used mine. And she was a lot more smarter, so we used her smartness more than mine. And but I felt that it prepared me for all of this, in the sense that because she was sick, I was the one taking care of the house, taking care of her bills, and cooking for her, cooking for the children. So I already prepared for her leaving. And but later on, a friend of mine who was I say he's a friend, probably years older than I am. It's probably about 20 years older than I am. I think it's about, yeah. So he, to me, was one of the people that I spoke to when I was going to leave Nigeria to the UK. And he said to me that you're going to uncharted territory, you're going to the valley of unknown. Your spirit is confused, not sure about the move. Go, because you're going to suffer. So go and suffer, but suffer gladly. And I saw that my mission was to come to her and prepare her to meet God. I had to stop then and think about that. I genuinely believe she's in a better place. Mm-hmm. So that I came to peace. I came to rest with that. And recording that song helped me. I recorded the song and it helped me to express more, even ways in which I couldn't say. I mean, I'm not going to have to deal with her death for maybe forever. It's not as painful as it was when she left.
So it's safe to say that that inspired the new song?
Yes, that inspired me. What inspired it was a friend of mine, Word MC. We invited her to come spend the weekend at our house, and so one day and my wife started saying some things to her concerning breaking the theology of the movie down, and Word MC started to record what she was saying. And so months after, like 2 months after she passed, Word sent me that audio recording, and listening to it just helped me. And it was as if my wife was telling me to calm down. I know that even though you're thinking that I realize that, understand that God isn't for everything. And no matter how much you love me, He loves me way more than you would ever love me. And so whatever plan He has is for me. So that gave me peace. So that inspired the song, everything.
How are you able to deal with everything and also thrive in the process? How are you able to deal with the loss and thrive?
I have to say, number one, I think God is, I don't know. People say to me, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how I do it, but I do it so well. I don't know how, even if I have to give myself, but I do it so well. I have 4 children that I'm taking care of, and they're all taken care of. And also, I am grateful for God's not only in families. I'm grateful for the kind of family support I have, my immediate family, and the church that I go to. Also, my in-laws too, they've been there. And the church, I go to the church called Unity Church here, and Pastor Olah and his team. Every week I get food shopping from the church. Every week I get people cooking food for me. I get the pastors calling. So I've had support in that way. Although it's still me, the children, taking them into the bathroom, bath for them, changing their clothes, taking them to school, sorting out, answering their questions and all that. But it helps that to know that I still have a support structure that's helping me with it.
Oh, that's good. So how are you able to answer the questions from the kids, especially the younger ones? When they keep asking, Daddy, where's Mommy? What do you say? How do you feel when you have to answer that question over and over again?
Yeah, the morning it happened, I was getting them ready for school when all that happened. All kids into the house. And when she passed, I had to go and speak to them immediately. And what I said to them is, we love Mommy, but God loves Mommy more. Now Mommy's no more. She's now an angel. She'll be looking at us from heaven. My eldest daughter, her name is Seven. Seven understood me. She shed a tear. She cried. And the rest didn't get it at first. But it took them a while. And I made sure constantly talk about her. At least once I asked them, so what do you miss most about Mommy? Now when my second daughter, her name is Trinity, would wake me up in the middle of the night to say, I miss Mommy. And also I got them counseling in school. I spoke to the school to speak with them. I don't really help us. When the counselor started talking to her, that's when one of my daughters started missing her more. But I just keep that conversation going about her, but the memory is still there. So it's hard, but I guess God just gives the grace.
Okay, so was there at any point in time where you were angry with God? Did you ever say, God, why? Were you ever at that point where you were angry with God? Maybe at first?
The first thing I said was, reason why I said that is because I felt that she's someone who's given every single drop of her life for people. She would give her time, she would give her money, she will give her home, anything you ask. She will give the shirt off her back for someone. And she felt that in her life, she really never got anything back in return. The only people she felt that really ever loved her was me and the children. But every other person, she just felt that no one truly, really cared her. And I felt that we had now gotten to a point where, because we've been through a lot as a family, and we had gotten to, it was now smooth sailing, everything was going great. We had spent so much money on her treatment, because private at the time, and she had gotten better. She had started working again. So things were now like, hey, now we can lounge. Then that happened. I said it was not fair. But the next thing I asked God, okay, what next? I never got angry with God. I was angry, but I was never angry with God. Not because I don't think it's right to be angry, just because I understood. I just got it. I mean, it would have been great if she was healed, she was better, and all that. The reason why I asked what next is because we had plans. We had plans what we wanted to do, how many people we wanted to help, and all that stuff. But if I knew that submitting to God fully would mean that God has a greater plan. So I'm waiting to find out what that is.
Because I know the psychologists will tell you there are different processes, there are different stages. There is a denial, there is the stage where you eventually come to terms with reality and you actually start to really grieve and all of that. Did you go through all those stages?
Yes, I don't think so. Because, let me explain. I think for me, as a person, I don't know how to grieve. I've never. I'm probably one of those people who just hold things in, and that's a problem. That's not a good thing. But I don't know ages. I don't know about, you can say there's denial, there's the fire, there's the 10 steps to the 5 steps to. But when you're really in it, you will know how far. Because the first thing I was like, the first thing that happened to me was my heart started beating strangely. I was trying to breathe, and I was afraid because she was the support was there. I was like, how can this be happening to me? There are people who come to see me with their wives and their husband, and they'll say, "This is where my brother." And in my head, I'm like, why didn't your own wife die?
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. And also another thing was like, so is me saying sorry about your wife's death, but I just had to really sit down and think about it, because I wanted to be before she died was having that reality, that constant in my head that this world does not mean what to me. When I say does that, is the fact that I started believing the reality of the heaven I've been talking about, the reality of my relationship with God that I've been talking about. I see it as a baby who is in the mother's womb, and the baby thinking the womb is the best place you can ever be. Then after a while, he's been hearing sounds on the outside about the outside, but he doesn't have that experience. But that womb is the most comfortable place for him. Fed by fed in the womb, everything. And when he's about to come out, the baby struggles to come out and doesn't want to get out. And the white mother pushes him out and forces him out. He comes out crying and comes out wondering what's this womb place. And he finds out that this place is even bigger and better than this womb that I've been holding on to for so long. So when it's time to die, it's the same thing. We want to die. We've gone to LA, we've gone to London, we've gone to Italy. So we taste fun cuisine of everywhere in the world, and we think this is the best there is. But when it's time to die, we don't want to go there. We want to go to heaven, depending on how, whatever it is we believe in. And we realize that it's as real as the day of into the world. So his death is real, and what we do after that is real. So having that mentality has prepared me prepared me more.
All right. So what would you say is the best way to handle grief?
Using my own experience because I went through the I can't believe she's gone. I went through the crying. I didn't even think. When I was crying, it felt strange to me because I'd never cried like that ever. When my dad passed, I wasn't around, so I felt it. I was numb. I was thinking about it, and tears rolled down, but I never really cried like, yeah. But her leaving, and it got to a point where I was just really just tonally, and I just busted out and started crying. And that went on for hours. And it did help me. It did help me talk about it. It helped me talking about her. And even just yesterday, I had a dream about her, telling me that, hey, I was just asleep. Why did people think I died? And we were having a conversation, and I was thinking, okay. But so the best way is let your emotions out.
Yeah.
Let your emotions out. Understand that your life will still go on.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing that your life is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But in whatever way you need to honor, whatever way you need to let out that emotion, let it out. Just let it go.
Okay. So I've noticed that a lot of people have gone through what you're going through right now. A lot of people have lost a partner and they never got to heal. Some are trying to, but somehow are not just healing. So what is your advice to them?
My advice is you need to, I'm there, so I understand. And for me, there was this temptation to stay there, to wallow in that, this has happened to me. Oh my God, this person is gone. There's that temptation to stay there. But I looked at my children. I looked at their future. I looked at myself. No hope and no use to them. And I think about the fact that if she was there, or wherever she is watching, she'll be thinking, whatever you do, don't let these children suffer.
Yeah.
Not just become a shadow of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As painful as it is, take that, send my children away for a while so that I didn't want them to see people coming and crying. Then after a while, I didn't even want people to come to me alone, and I was alone and I also things. I was alone and I slept and I couldn't eat. Eventually, when I could eat, I was overeating. Later, I thought, okay, go on. We need to move. And for me, I'm having this fear, how is she that I'm moving? I'm not moving on in terms of continuing with my life. I'm moving on in the terms of these children have to go to school. These children have education. I know she's very particular about their education. So I have to be particular about their education and every single thing they do. So I started bringing back the culture we had as a family, the dreams we had shared together. That's the way I can keep a dream alive. And that's the way we can move on. So you know what has happened. God knows best. Wallow, cry, do all you can for a bit. But get up and move. You owe yourself that. You owe your spouse that. And you owe your children, if you have any, that's also.
Okay, that's great. One final question about that is, I know that in Africa, a lot of our parents will say, okay, if you lose a spouse, it's better you remarry, just so that, you can live longer and all of that. I'm sure you've heard so many things. And I know it's a bit too early, but is it possible that you're going to, consider love again anytime in the future?
I'm not thinking of that for now. I mean, there's a possibility of whatever, but the desire is not there for me for now.
All right.
The desire is not there. I think because I'm a single father of 4, so I'm not particularly hot cake in the market. But yeah, I have 4 children. Understand? So that's not even what I'm thinking about right now. I'm really focused on them. They mean so much to me. So for now, no.
Tell us about your music. What exactly inspires your kind of music?
I call it experimental hip hop.
Okay.
Because what I do is, because I take rock, I take Fuji, I take whatever it is I can find, and I blend it into one whole pot of high, great hip hop music. So that's really what it's experimental hip hop. currently experimenting with a bit of Afro beats. I wasn't a fan of Afrobeat before, but that's just the direction I'm going for now. I'm getting back into my alternative angle, but I just thought, happy, danceable, even though I can't dance type song. But my main motivation is whatever I hear God tell me, I speak, I do, really. So I talk about each times they're controversial. I like controversy. I like it a lot. So sometimes I don't know, just play around.
Okay, that's good. So is music actually really paying the bills, or do you have to argument with other businesses? Because I know there are peak periods for musicians, and there are times when, it's not so peak. How do you cope with all of that? Are the royalties enough to cover the bills, or do you have to just argument with some other businesses on the side?
Oh, well, before my wife passed, our deal was she does the 9 to 5, and I should never, and she was like, I must never do anything else my creative side. And I started a TV channel, the 24-hour gospel music channel. That's one is taking money, it's not even bringing money. I don't intend to make it. I just wanted to get the music out there. But what I did with my music was I decided for point in time, like Spotify and all those other guys, when people can pay whatever you want. So I decided the way that my music can earn more money is if I can find a niche, my micro niche, and feed music to my micro niche. So let's look for 200 people who were willing to look for 500 people who were willing to spend £300 on my music in a year. So I put music particularly called gumroad.com, and I put my music there for pay whatever you want. So I had people paying one song, paying £500, paying £1,000, paying £200, paying £50. 80% of the people that downloaded my music downloaded it for free. The other sets paid. I make enough to sort out my. So what I now decided was give incentives. Now I'm back on iTunes and the rest of them, but I'm still on my gumroad.com. Because recently my new single, a particular lady DM'd me and said that she wished she could pay more. And I sent her a link to my gumroad.com that if you download from this site, you can pay whatever you want. And when she hit the link and she bought that same song, which was 99p on iTunes, she bought it for £200. So with my music, music is making enough for me to be comfortable. But of course, I always want more. Now in this Corona season, there is no touring, but I'm sitting at home. I'm still collecting royalties from Spotify. I'm still getting my money from gumroad.com. And also, I have other things in terms of I teach iPhoneography. I do a lot of filming with my phone. So I've shot videos and do a lot of editing for people and stuff like that. So that also brings in the bills. But yeah.
What inspires you? What kind of music? What inspires you when you write? Experiences.
For instance, was basically about. It was based on the conversation with my wife. In this, despite what's happened, I'm still learning to trust in God. I'm still trusting in God for it. So I give people reality to the door. If you listen to my very first, Shock Therapy was Rooftop MC's very first single. And song of Myra was I used to fornicate, sometimes I masturbate, a young believer hustling, trying to get it straight. So and that's why they say our music is controversial, because we don't like things. We say straight up, well, this is us. This is what we're dealing with. If this thing gets into our head, hit us in the head with a stick. Yeah. So we give people reality. It's not trying to say what's or trying to put a front. If I'm going through issues, you most likely will hear it in my song.
Thank you so much for your time, Snatcha. Thank you so much. My love to the kids. Thank you. And well done. Keep making us proud and keep being a fantastic dad. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be leaving you with his new music video, Rain. Enjoy it. Till next time, it's been the Olah Show. Bye for now.
Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Oh, Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Okay, as a guy that's so scatter, they tryna put their hands on my matter. My oga pata step into the center and the whole plan shatter. They say they see me fail one day, yet the starting week Monday. All your plans are just mundane. I already won, Joe. This is just a replay. This is my breakthrough track. Jehovah got my back and I'm never gonna slack. I'm following his ways and I'm never turning back. And when it comes to failing, no, we don't do that. This is my breakthrough track. Jehovah got my back and I'm never gonna slack. I'm following his ways and I'm never turning back. And when it comes to failing, no, we don't do that.
Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Oh, Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Hallelujah.
I'm engraved on his heart like a tattoo. I'm the son of a king, not a born fool. Only by doing everything that he say to. Hey. So I can see him more clearly, and I can follow him more nearly. I just wanna love him more dearly, day after day. But my God, you're too heavy. This is my victory sound. Oh yeah, everybody everywhere got around. He's breaking every chain that has seemed to held you down. Glory, hallelujah, cause the king's in town. This is my victory sound. Oh yeah, everybody everywhere got around. He's breaking every chain that has seemed to held you bound. Glory, hallelujah, cause the king's in town.
Jesus, we not let the earth tremble. Oh, Jesus.